Was it madness or a glimpse into a world beyond our understanding? Did the rain truly fall because of whispered pacts and frozen hearts? The year is 1452. Paris reeks of fear, a sickly sweet scent clinging to the cobblestones alongside the stench of the hospital. A foreign woman, a viper coiled in silk, bites a janitor, promising vengeance and delivering a death sentence in 3 days. Her confession spills out like a poisoned chalice, a master, a devil demanding payment in blood and stolen innocence. This isn't a fairy tale, it's a rot spreading through the heart of France. Let's talk about Grett Jegerin. A name whispered in hushed tones, a shadow clinging to the edges of Langnau. She was a weaver, yes, but also a witch, a daughter of Angnese, the master of this unsettling network. And she had a child, a little girl named, well, the records are frustratingly vague. Just a daughter, a tiny spark in a darkness that threatened to consume everything, but her escape, that's the key. She vanished, leaving behind a trail of unsettling rumors and a lingering sense of unease. Then there's Els, confessing to secrets best left buried. Alone, she and her companions couldn't conjure the darkness they commanded in the company of others. It was the devil, of course, always the devil. 12 souls, a morbid picnic in this cloister garden. The grass thrived, an unnatural verdancy fueled by their rituals. Hemp stems became weapons, dogs, or were they wolves? It was Thursday, fasting days, and the air thrummed with a dark energy. Let's not forget Angnese from Lipenheim, the architect of this twisted order. A tall, beautiful woman, a principal master residing in Schaffhausen, her landlady, Els from Mundelheim. A strange arrangement, a subtle web of connections spun across the landscape. And what about this woman's life? Living at the cattle market for 14 years, a solitary figure amidst the chaos. One particularly chilling detail emerged, a stick. A simple object imbued with a strange magic by smeared ointment. A woman, let's call her the Schaffhausen woman, wanted to ride her stick too. It didn't work. A tiny, insignificant detail perhaps, but it spoke volumes about the boundaries of this world, the limitations of their power, and the simmering frustration beneath the surface. Siplingen held 2 witches, Anna Boskin and Els Schuden. Anna's father had met a grim end, hanged. A brutal punctuation mark on a narrative of dark deeds. The authorities, pragmatic and unsettlingly efficient, planned for their capture, special treatment, loss of possessions. A calculated dismantling of their lives, a symbolic severing of their connection to the shadows. When they give themselves back to God and His Mother again, the records state, they cannot practice magic. A simple, stark sentence, yet it carried the weight of a world turned upside down. It's a chilling reminder that even within the darkest corners, there's a flicker of hope, a potential for redemption, or at least, a cessation of the horrors. And then there's the matter of beggars. Els advises that beggars be driven from the country, a simple directive born of fear and suspicion, a convenient scapegoat for a multitude of sins. The woman in Schaffhausen, the principal master, had a peculiar habit. She threw her belongings into a stream, a symbolic act of renunciation, or perhaps a desperate attempt to wash away the stain of her deeds, a fragile gesture against a tide of darkness. But the most unsettling detail of all came from a young boy, a witness to a mescal, a gathering of witches. He described the rituals, the circles, the rings, Beelzebub, Satan, Lucifer. The invocation of names, the summoning of spirits, and the cat. A black cat emerging from a hole in the ground, demanding a sacrifice, a curse against God, against the Holy Mother, against the chrism of baptism. The fog, the damage, all orchestrated by a feline intermediary. The Waldensians, a religious sect, were also implicated. They were capable of changing sleet into stone, of wielding weather as a weapon. Tales whispered of France and Burgundy, of 50 or 60 members, each adorned with mirrors in their hats. One, a particularly imposing figure, possessed a massive, swollen right leg. A walking testament to the power and the unsettling nature of this hidden society. Then came the arrest in Provins, a chaotic descent into madness. A foreign woman bitten by a dog, promising vengeance and delivering death. Her confession revealed a horrifying tableau, children murdered in their mothers' wombs, unearthed and consumed in a free-for-all. The devil's assistance, the need for human complicity, the chilling efficiency of their methods. The Archbishop of Sens intervened, demanding custody, citing the Church's authority. But the Provins authorities resisted, citing legal constraints. A complex dance of power and influence, a struggle between secular and religious authority. The result: excommunication, arrests, and ultimately the burning of the accused, and then the boy. A 10-year-old servant boy, a witness to the horrors, a carrier of damning testimony. He confessed to attending 2 Sabbats brought by his parents. The markings, the white stain on their arms, a burn or a scald, a brand of belonging, a chilling sign of allegiance to a dark order. The boy also revealed a motive, a disgruntled man in Armagnac, a storm unleashed upon a vineyard, a priest ruined, a wealthy man undone. The network extended far beyond the immediate vicinity, weaving its tendrils through the fabric of society. The climax arrived in Metz, a chilling spectacle of frozen vines and accusations. 4 men and women arrested, 3 burned. Perron de Benville and Jean Canet, refusing to confess, met their end at the stake. The townspeople, fueled by fear and rage, demanded retribution. And finally, the Chronicle of Cornelius Zantfleet, detailing a woman in calm, capable of summoning storms and freezing water with a simple invocation. A demonstration of her power, a chilling testament to the reach of her magic. Was it a collective delusion, a mass hysteria fueled by fear and superstition? Or was there something more, something genuinely supernatural at play? The evidence, fragmented and unsettling, suggests a darkness that transcends simple explanation. A network of individuals bound by a shared belief, wielding power beyond our comprehension. The details are grotesque, the rituals disturbing, the consequences devastating. But amidst the horror, there's a strange, unsettling beauty, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the capacity for both cruelty and compassion. But what if the real monster wasn't the witches themselves, but the fear they inspired? What if the darkness wasn't conjured from beyond, but born from the shadows of human nature? And finally, the most unsettling question of all: if we could glimpse into this world, would we dare to look?